Welcome everyone to the Things Around 8. In this video we will talk about the start of sea trials of the Fujian, the third Chinese aircraft carrier, and the reasons behind China's heavy investment in this type of vessel. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any news. This Monday, April 29th, China announced the start of sea trials of the Fujian, its third aircraft carrier, and the first equipped with catapults which, according to various sources, are electromagnetic, similar to those that equip the new class of nuclear aircraft carrier Gerald Ford, from the United States. As it is a very closed regime, there is not much official information about the vessel, but from observations of the videos and photos, we know that it is 316 meters long and has an estimated displacement of around 80,000 tons. There is no information on the number of aircraft that will be able to operate, but given the dimensions, it is estimated that there will be 50 to 60 aircraft, including fighter planes, early warning planes and helicopters. We also know that the vessel is not nuclear powered, but there are no details about the power of its engines and its autonomy. The Fujian represents a genuine leap forward in technological and operational terms compared to its two predecessors. The first Chinese aircraft carrier was the Liaoning, built on top of the unfinished hull of the Soviet Kuznetsov-class aircraft carrier Varyag, acquired from Ukraine in 1998. It is, in essence, an almost exact copy of the Russian aircraft carrier Kuznetsov. The experience gained from the completion of construction of Liaoning was used to build Shandong, the first aircraft carrier 100% built in China. And despite being very similar to the Liaoning, it is equipped with much more efficient engines and much more advanced electronic systems. However, it remained a ramp aircraft carrier. Aircraft carriers with ramps, instead of catapults, force planes to take off with much less load, unless they are vertical landing and takeoff planes and on a short runway, like the F-35B fighters, operated by the British. But, as China does not operate planes of this type, its fighters can only take off with 30 to 40% less fuel and bombs. And it was to solve this that the Fujian was designed, with the Chinese opting for electromagnetic catapults, not using steam catapult technology, which despite being simpler to implement, are much heavier and bulkier, and require maintenance teams and much larger operations. Furthermore, steam catapults are not as adjustable as electromagnetic ones, making it difficult, for example, to launch drones. But on the other hand, they are much more difficult to implement and, in fact, were the cause of many delays in the commissioning of the United States' new nuclear aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford. As the Chinese regime is very closed, we do not know if the Chinese also faced difficulties implementing this technology. According to several sources, the construction of the fourth aircraft carrier is in the preparatory phase, and it is expected to be nuclear-powered, with estimates indicating that it should be launched into the sea within the next 5 or 6 years, with its expected start of operation to 2032. Now returning to the topic of the video, why is China investing so heavily in large aircraft carriers and also in helicopter carriers and amphibious landing ships? Anyone who follows the channel knows very well about China's great intentions for the Pacific. In addition to their intention to attack, invade and annex the island of Taiwan, the Chinese have large territorial claims in the South China Sea, stating that the entire sea is theirs alone and no one else's, which includes the exclusive economic zone of countries such as the Philippines and Vietnam. To achieve such audacious objectives, the Chinese will necessarily need a large and powerful ocean-going navy, and since Chinese plans will inevitably involve long naval operations and the projection of power thousands of kilometers away, the use of aircraft carriers, helicopter carriers and amphibious assault ships is mandatory. The large Chinese investment in this type of vessel confirms, once again, Beijing's expansion plans. And although the Chinese are technologically still light years behind the United States Navy, the progress achieved with the Fujian, compared to its two predecessors, clearly shows that the Chinese are very focused and very dedicated to closing the gap that separates them from the United States. United. All of this with the aim of expanding China's presence throughout that Pacific area. Thank you very much for watching the video. And now I invite you press the like button and subscribe to the channel so we'll see you more often, and so you'll be up to date with everything that's happening.